Hi, friends. Well, we've got some exciting stuff going on in the market, don't we? A year ago, we had 6,000 properties on the market. Today, we have about 2,000. So inventory is very, very tight. This makes for frustrated buyers and even more frustrated agents. I myself have had probably three buyers in the sub 350, 380 range here lately. We have gotten two of them properties. But one thing you have to remember is this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you have to get creative. There's a lot of things you need to do to get your buyers in there. One of the first things I would say is, and the things that we've done, and I can just tell you what I've done, and things that I'm seeing and what we've noticed is earnest money going hard. So if we had $4,000 earnest money on a $360,000 purchase, 2,000 of it went hard after due diligence. So you can tighten up your due diligence and you can make the earnest money go hard after due diligence. Some people are doing a split hard earnest money. So half of it goes hard at due diligence, the other half or another portion goes hard at the financing appraisal deadline. So that's something that you should be aware of as well. You can negotiate with the sellers if they need more time to find a house. By all means, let them take all the time they want. Let them know that you can be very flexible, that your buyers are flexible with when they can take possession of the property, because a lot of times sellers need to go out and replace the home they're selling to your buyers with a new home for them, and they're going to experience the same problems that you're experiencing right now. So again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's great that they've got money, great that they've got, approved, great that they want to buy a house, but that's not enough to run out and get one today or even this week in a lot of cases. I have seen properties going $50,000 and $100,000 over appraised value. I have sold personally a property close to $100,000 over appraised value. So we had a VA buyer that came in on one of our flips that was like $85,000. The appraisal came in $85,000 low, and he just brought the cash to the table. So people are doing that, especially if they're coming from California. They've got a lot of extra cash. It's inflating the market. It doesn't seem sustainable, but nevertheless, these are the realities that we are dealing with. Anytime you can put your clients forward, do it. People talk about love letters, where you send a picture and talk about your clients, etc. Personally, I think it's very effective for buyers. I think that if you're a seller, there you have the potential of it being a problem, the discrimination or whatever happens. I keep hearing attorneys talk about it, but I talked to the NAR attorneys, and they said that they had never seen a case that had been successfully prosecuted with that. So I'm not telling you that you necessarily need to do that, but what I am saying is I personally have, I got an offer on a property that was lower than I thought I wanted, but I saw a picture of who they were and a little story of, we're, a couple of school teachers and blah, 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 blah. And I thought, okay, I'll sell it to them. If you can get your offers presented in person by the buyer, sometimes that's very effective as well. We have had cases where I've sold property for $10,000 less than I would have to a couple of little old ladies that insisted on presenting their offer to me in person. And so I finally gave in, let them present in person, and they were so darn cute that I just said, all right, it's not as much as I wanted, but we're going to do it. So be creative on, when you close, keep your deadlines tight. Your inspection deadline should be super tight. In this market, you should be able to get an inspection done in 4 days, but a week is probably adequate. I'd say, okay, inspection in a week, and, $2,000, the earnest money goes hard, after the inspection. That's what we did. Another, $1,000 goes hard after the appraisal. Those are tips and techniques that you can use. Anything you can do to make your buyer look better and your offer look better, meeting the needs of the seller. We just want to accommodate them fully and completely. We do have forms on .loop. I sent a text out to all of my agents this morning. So everybody should have received it. And I'll show you just really quickly here. So this is what it looks like. If you were to go on here, you click on templates, come down to Utah specific equity forms, and you've got an escalation addendum here where it's language that we had an attorney put together for us to make sure it was clear and people weren't confused on what was happening with escalation clauses and not causing grief for our agents and our buyers and our clients. So you should be using this one. I would suggest using that one. The same thing is true. We've got another form there for an appraisal gap if there's a gap in the appraisal. But again, it's the Utah specific forms equity, or Utah specific equity forms right there. Hope that helped. Have a great day.